You know, in my mind, when I climb out onto the shoreline, it's great. Just get warmed up in the sun. As I get out of the water, it's the complete opposite. It's whipping through, and as I get out of the water, the rocks, I just start shaking out of control. If they had made it to the marina, obviously they're telling people, hey, so get a boat, my brother's out there, let's go get my brother. I'm looking back out at the water and realizing there's no boats looking for me. I understand it's up to me to go find help for my brother. They came off and let see me like he was always surprised. Drug me upstairs after that and would twist my ankles around some more, jump on me, and just took all his anger out. He had to be just perfect. He'd move them around so all the seams were the same, everything was lined up. They really neat like socks, yeah. Hundreds of pairs. He would settle down after he put the socks on. I guess that was his way of saying he's done for now. At that point, he drags me downstairs, puts me back on the couch, and we watched a couple movies. I just wanted to get out of there and be with my family. That's all I could think about was my family. That's what kept me going. Sunday morning when I woke up, my legs looked like they weren't even human legs. They were bruised and yellow and swelled. The pain was excruciating. I can't explain the pain. It was my brother's birthday that day. I really wanted to be there. It seemed like every couple hours is when he'd want to inflict damage. I'm upstairs laying on the bedroom floor. And he's running, jumping on me. Over. He broke my left knee. Turned completely around. And both my legs are just mangled. There's no way it's going to come out. Some veggies.
So he had access to my building. He knew my full first and last name, and he had my cell phone. I turned around and started running back to my dorm in hopes that someone was still awake and could let me in. The only piece of evidence that they found was one fingerprint in between the two pieces of tape that covered my eyes. That fingerprint didn't match any of the records that they had on file with anyone in the state. They didn't know a name. They knew that he drove a black sedan. They still had nothing. And it became a cold case quickly. I didn't want to let this person ruin my life in fear. I wanted to move on with life, and I went back to school the next semester. I had 2 jobs, went to school full-time. I kept myself as busy as possible to avoid ever thinking about it and to keep myself sane. Exactly 3 years later, I sat down to breakfast with one of the girls I work with, and she started talking about her boyfriend and all the things that he liked to do to her sexually, and asked our opinion on if we had ever used a ball gag during sex before. Immediately, I perked up, sat up, and screamed out, "What does he look like?"
That was 2 of them.
Inside the lake, and there's desert in every direction. There's nothing over there. It's a long way. I see these cars driving past. We got up and started hiking over these big rocks, cliffs and thistle and cactus, and that's, obviously we had both kicked our shoes off, so we're trying to get to this road. And all this time, looking back, thinking maybe he made it, maybe there's going to be a boat. So keep looking for a boat, hoping that there's one coming, realizing there's not. We really got to make it. Eventually, we get up to the road, and car passes, and it happened to be a forest right there. Water that cold, you have 30 minutes max is what you're supposed to have for the water to get in there. Not only did I not have any major hypothermia, I didn't have any frostbite. There was like nothing wrong with it. They found the life vests on the other side of the lake. And so part of that was they made it. That night, he's going on again. This time he doesn't want to take any chances. He puts me in his bedroom closet upstairs and locks the door. I heard the front door shut on the house and the car leave, so I knew he was gone. I started digging around in his closet. I found an old wooden guitar, heavy-duty guitar. Keep the door open with that, and I unlocked it. Again, I threw myself down the stairs head first, passed out. I came to the bottom of the stairs. I dragged myself into the kitchen. It was really dark. And I found the phone hanging on the wall. Luckily for me, the cord hung low enough where I could grab it and jiggle the phone down. And another lucky thing was the buttons were on the handset part of the phone. And I dialed 911. I told them his name, about where I was at, and they said, "Yeah, we know where you're at, Dad, we're on the way." Dad got to put on record, we've dealt with them before. When the police came in, my left knee was totally backwards, my feet were sideways. I think they were pretty much in shock when they seen the condition that I was in. They put me on a stretcher and put me in an ambulance, and the next thing I know, I was waking up in the hospital. The doctor said I was 2 hours away from internal bleeding. first words out of his mouth was, "Oh, he's still alive." I think Joe thought that I was gonna die that night. He'd come home and I'd be dead. Supposedly, he drowned in the Wisconsin River. They dug his body up and exhumed his bones, and his legs were broken, almost identical to him. I survived because I wanted to be with my family. I didn't want to leave my family.
Helicopters flying with infrared so that the things doing sort of body heat around the searching every inch of that lake. They're not seeing anything. So as the night progresses on, the search and rescue was officially changed to a recovery effort. We get news that they found a body. We're like, oh, thank goodness we found one of them. And then they pull the body up, and it's not dead. And they find another one. And they pull the body up, and it's not dead. And they find everybody else who had ever drowned in this lake, bringing this sense of closure to all of these other families. Some of them back to 15 years or 20, maybe back to the 1980s or something. They were virtually right by the boat, right where the boat went down. So obviously they continued to swim in the direction of the marina, continued to swim right into the waves until they succumbed. That night had this sort of a journey or a vision. My brother and his wife, in their wedding clothes of all things, and they were happy. It was a really hard situation, but I was able to pull from it power that came from my choice to live. And so as hard as it was to lose my brother and his wife, I was a different person. I survived because I got a long way to swim, made the choice that I want to live. I'm gonna live. And that is a principle that has governed my life ever since then. Every day of every day, every situation, I see.
Does he have long hair? And she said, yeah, he had. He had a long gravel driveway that he had dug. His studio was in the basement. He was also her guitar teacher, and he made her call him master whenever she was being taught by him. And that they got him confessed on tape. And that it was that one thing I survived because I didn't let him make me live my life in fear. I didn't let him make me feel that I was defeated. And it was because I decided to live my life that he's behind bars right now. 95% of rapes that happen on college campus go unreported, and I am not a part of that 95%. And I go out to speak to universities to let people know that this happened to me, and if it's happened to them, to not be a part of that percentage as well.
That point it's like fighting for my life.
He says, say your prayers. I say my prayers. And he takes out a knife and he begins to cut my throat over and over again.
Just kept tugging, kept ripping, kept fighting. It was on, right? He was scoundrel. I remember thinking, I'm not going with this. I'm not going with this. You have the birds, you have the listening to the trees. You can fly into that kind of remote area. Make sure we have a radio with air mace. The bear mace we carry with us. They come with a safety clip on it. But we make sure that safety clip doesn't come off. And in case accident goes off, we tie the safety clip on. Like it. It's like a deep voice. It's the depth of the sound. It's so unfamiliar to me. Inside you. It's close to us. First word is probably something that we really concerned about. I've heard it before. We did realize that it was moving to a distance. First of all, was let them not think that we were there as well. The idea was kind of LA. That's where we are. Back out of the area. To a safe distance. And we were a couple short walls. Just started coming. Hear it crunching. You could rush. It's kind of a scared cop. See it. That time, I had to take our experiments out of our vests and put it in the inside pocket. Grizzlies aren't willing to. Generally not going to climb a tree, especially the larger bears, just because of their mass and size and things. It's the reason of their claws. They don't have a sensible claws with the black bear down. The first tree that I picked,
this was probably was feeling panic, so it probably was the best choice. I picked a smaller tree, smaller branches, and when trying to climb up it, the branches actually just kept breaking under my weight. The base of my tree, I shed that took off my desk, and I left the rest at the bottom of the tree.
I think that this is something that, the bear might be interested in, and that would be all he would be interested in. That's not for you. There's another approximate estate at this point, and that with the grizzly, there's nothing in between. There's no cage, there's no bars. You're there. You're alone. Territory, you don't know what it's going to do.
And I saw that their break seat brought me. That's one of the images that put me into the mind. I knew that I didn't get out the tree high enough or fast enough. Right at that moment, there was a huge time that they knew the color. And with that color test, it's feeling, it's like fighting for your life.
My mother was a heavy drinker and she abused drugs, and so she went out a lot. And she had a lot of male friends in and out of the house. My sister and my brother in my world, and because of who my mother was, I felt like I was the mother in this family. When I was 7 years old, my mother had met this man named Ray. Ray had scraggly hair, beard. He was kind of hunched over. He was out of shape, and I would say at least of the places and things that we did with him, I wasn't being molested by him. It was, a secret between him and I, he had said, and that if I had told anybody, that he would kill my family. September 21st, it was school night, and my sister and I had bedtime at 8 o'clock. And so, my brother was already asleep, he had his own room. My sister and I had shared a room. In the middle of the night, I woke up, and all of a sudden I was being carried throughout the apartment. And I looked up, I saw that it was Ray, and I saw the clock, and it was almost 1 o'clock in the morning. And I asked him where he was going, and he had said, "We're going to see your mother." then goes to the back of the car, to the trunk, grabs a couple things, and then opens up the back door to where Sarah is and starts to tie her up. He ties her hands up and her legs up. And at that point, he started the car. He got back into his car and drove down the dirt road a little bit more. Before he left at the car and brings me back to the truck and changes into a pair of white shorts. At that time, he asks me to take off my pants. And then tells me to do one of the things that no child should ever have to experience to him. And then he places me on the trunk and starts to rape me.
He does come out of breath. It's at that time where, you decide, you fight it, or because you're trying to fast up and fight. The decision that I made was to jump out of the tree with my knees in hand. Just to get off with the greens. Sitting there, fumbling the trigger. The bear is on his haunches, ears back, jaws snapping. In trouble. Real trouble.
I can see him fumbling the cat and live. Like Mesa, and I remember saying Mesa, and it proceeded to come at him, and he backed up still, and I'm not understanding why he thought Mason was fair.
I think at that point, he was sitting just 3 feet from me, ears back, and he was silent enough. No, not proceed either. All of a sudden, the bear stood up on his haunches, or on his hind legs. It's towering over you. It's not like it's high level. When you're looking up, it's huge. There's ground, sound, it's a growl. It's a deep, so deep. And just took his paws nice and flat like this, and just like a person would, push me. And I basically fall, down the slope. And when the bear saw me fall, go down, I think at that point it turned not to, what is this? What's going on? Right at that point, it turned predatory. And now it actually saw me as a food source.
am screaming in pain. I am crying. It hurts so bad. And he tells me that I need to shut up or he's going to cut my throat. I asked Ray when he was raping me if he was done yet. I asked him when is it going to be over, and he would just tell me soon. It was a very short and the answers weren't anything that was satisfying. All I know is that the pain had gone away, and so at that point I was just waiting for it to be over. Soon after what felt like hours, I didn't feel anything anymore, and I felt numb. And all of a sudden, we see headlights come down the dirt road. And he tells me to hurry up and get into the car and to keep our heads down while he goes and talks to this person in this truck. I didn't think anything of it to scream or make noise or honk the horn because Ray had already threatened that if we weren't good, we weren't going to see our mother. And
That's me. Actually, I'm going to go. Fucking no.
Hey, guys. What's up, buddy? Okay? What's up, Jim?
I got put on my glasses. I gotta grab them. 1 sec.
You guys okay? Okay, guys? Yeah, that's fine. See it? Stuff like that. Okay. You guys okay? Be careful. No, I gotta work.
Oh, that's no big deal.
Really?
Yeah. And I was going to do something. And he's like, nah, I got some earlier stuff. What the fuck? You don't got. Oh, nah.
That's good. Got some plans.
Yeah. What the fuck you got, man? What you got going on? Maybe this is a girl that's in school. What if it comes to his house now? And he's like, hey, I know it's my son, but this is my boyfriend Tyrese. Today, everything black, dude.
Jim, don't start with this shit, dude. Jake is not a homo.
Okay, well, what if you bring back a maybe a Puerto Rican called Salvador? Like, don't get out of my fucking house, Jake. Get out. Get out.
I was. Can't find my glasses. Alright. Fuck. Yeah. Is it not?
If you were able to buy a gun, there's a gun show that happens on your birthday. I would just
I can buy a gun.
buy
Why?
a gun.
No. Your mom is a felon.
That's what I've heard. I heard that.
Fucking felon. I'm only a felon because your mom is a fucking retard.
No, I heard. Well, one of my friends went on a Jeffrey went on one of those kind of things, travel records, and I guess mom has one record.
Really?
Yeah, one record. That's probably why she has a lot of guns.
What does she have something for? She don't got nothing, Jim.
This shitty public service website sent me.
I got fucking felony because your mom was full of shit. But I choked her. So,
It's about 100K.
yeah, I need that leather. I was finally able to become the master of fucking kills. And luckily, this is the last day for the entry for the fucking lotto. So I went and found a house that only had 4 people that bid against it. So I'll find out tomorrow if I get it. I doubt it. But we should try to get a house. Oh, we could both apply for a house.
I thought we were going to combine our deal on that.
What?
I thought we were going to combine our deal on that.
Plus, I mean, that way one of us gets a house. That way, but you gotta have a free. I don't think you can do it without being the master of the free company or you one master. So, I wish you could help me. What's the other way that you got 2 people apply? Because if I don't get it, I gotta wait even longer. But I guess I just ran into fucking Fifth and Madeira and some other chick get around in one of the towns out here. And she said, "Oh, I'm starting a new guild." They were all in it. And I was like, "Well, what about the other guild?" She's like, "Well, it's hard to leave, but I think that shit's pretty fucking dead." And I was like, "So what are you gonna killed out this guild. She's like, well, if I win this guild, that's cool. Then, you know, they can join if they want. And I was like, well, that's not right. I need to look into them submarine ventures, see what I need to farm for them. Yeah. So you gotta have fucking. But I don't think you actually craft it. I don't know, dude. I don't know.
On that website, there was something about crafting servers stuff.
Then I found out last night that like you gotta do this dolmen enclave thing, and that's like one of the end game things and one of the fucking expansions, and you unlock like different. It's kind of like the Island Sanctuary, where you unlock different glamours and shit. And then like I want to go back and do my role quest because there's some pretty cool glamour you get from doing the role quest. I'm doing my role quest on my fucking machinist. Shit. Oh shit. To 1730. did all this farming for shit, getting these tomes, I go in and says my perception's too low because I kind of fucking do material and shit.
No, fucking flavor.
I got material. Watching my home. I'm on my home.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I can do what we do. Alright, so I need fucking.
Oh, by the way, you have material.
Oh, you can get up with fucking tombstones. There's a bunch of ones. So what the fuck do the good thing is, huh? All my gear's level 90. Oh, these are not the right ones. That's right. That's right. I bought the wrong ones. Watch. Watch, I bought the wrong motherfuckers. So I might have enough if I just buy them. I should have catch them too. What'd you do?
Oh, is that not talking to the road?
Well, what? Workout.
That's not how it's so recommending these things.
Let's see. It's all right back now.
You can change the layout. Let's go with that.
I hope things have changed. You ever seen the old style?
Yeah, it's
Like kind of like a nunchuck almost.
yeah, it's just two black things that hang on top.
Oh, really? Yeah, old.
Yeah, there's like we should just do one of these because they don't move.
See, like I stopped on this, I think it was.
Oh no.
Yeah, one more. I bought the 590 instead of 620.
How even?
I know, it's kind of waste. Oh, I feel like it's all 590 or 620. Yeah, that's one of them. I'll make that by I like that one. But it's so much different. try to make me. It's better when you guide us. Alright, I'm not a blocker. I've been fucking checking out this site I found. I tried to watch that Book of Eli again. I'm checking this out. But I find it compelling. These You're my type 51 track. What is that? Alright. So what am I doing now? Fuck. I gotta go find some purple. Oh, wait a minute.
I'll go to
say your prayers. When I say my prayers, he takes out a knife and he begins to cut my throat over and over.
Kept tugging, kept ripping, and then finally he was off, right? He removed my scalp. I
remember thinking, I'm not going like this. I'm not, I'm not going like this.
You're out in the wilderness here. You're out in the wilderness. You have the birds. You have the wind whistling through the trees.
When we fly into at a remote area, we make sure we have a radio and bear mace. The bear mace we carry with us, it comes with a safety clip on it. But to ensure that safety clip doesn't come off and the mace accidentally goes off in the back, we tie the safety clip on with a heavy duty flagging tape.
We heard it's like a deep wolf or a bark or a huff, and it's the depth of the sound that was so unfamiliar to me at the time, and this idea, that it's probably there, and it's close to us.
When we first heard it, it wasn't anything that we were really concerned about because I'd heard it before. We did realize that it was moving towards us.
The plan that we thought, first of all, was, let them not think that we're a bear as well and not be territorial. So the idea was kind of yell out, let them know where we are, back out of the area, and to a safe distance. A short yell. It started to hear the crunching through the brush, and it was kind of a scary thought because you could see it.
We at that time decided to take our bear mace out of our vest and put it in the inside pocket. Grizzlies aren't known to, generally not known to climb trees, especially the larger bears, just because of their mass and their size and the configuration of their claws. They don't have retractable claws like a cat, like a black bear does.
The first tree that I picked, and this was probably fighting those feelings of panic, probably was the best choice. I picked a smaller tree, smaller branches, and when trying to climb up it, the branches actually just kept breaking under my weight.
The base of the tree, I guess I took my vest and I left the vest at the bottom of the tree. I think that this is something that the bear might be interested in, and that would be all he would be interested in. I'm not coming off of you. The bear came out of the brush and we could see it at this point, and it's like, oh man, it's a grizzly. There's nothing in between. There's no cage. There's no bars. You're there. You're alone. You're out there in its territory. You don't know what it's going to do.
When I saw the bear break through the brush, that's when it jumped its neck. Didn't get off the tree. I had fast enough. And right at that moment, there was a complete feeling of panic. Having a hard time with that. They know the trouble. I know that it's going to be, it's slight equivalent.
and she abused drugs. And so she went out of them. And she had a lot of male friends in and out of the house. My sister and my brother are my world. And because of who my mother was, I felt like I was the mother in this family. When I was 7 years old, my mother had met this man named Ray. Ray had scraggly hair, beard, he kind of hunched over. He was, out of shape. And I would say that at least of the places and things that we did with him, I was molested by him. It was, a secret between him and I, he had said, and that if I had told anybody, that he would kill my family. September 21st, it was a school night, and my sister and I had bedtime at 8 o'clock. And so my brother was already asleep, he had his own room. My sister and I had shared a room.
See how quick that shit goes, Jim?
In the middle of the night,
I got like
I will
10,
outside
15, 16 of them. I ain't barely anything for them.
And I looked up, I saw that it was Ray, and I saw the clock, and it was almost.
It's just hard to spot them.
And I asked him where we were going, and he had said, "We're going to see your mother." Stops the car and he goes to the back of the car, to the trunk, grabs a couple things, and then opens up the back door where Sarah is, and starts to tie her up. He ties her hands up and her legs up. And at that point,
Yeah, it's hard to tell because I'm using Maki's move slow too, so you got to keep pulling them in.
got back in his car and drove down the dirt road again. He pulls me out of the car and brings me back to the trunk and changes into a pair of white shorts. At that time, he asks me to take off my pants. And then tells me to do horrible things that no child should ever have to experience to him. And then he places me on the trunk and starts to rape me.
Forget the image of the bear when he does come out of breath. But it's at that time where you decide, are you gonna fight it, or are you gonna, because you're not gonna get high enough fast enough, and so you gotta fight it. You gotta try to fight it. So the decision I made was to jump out of the tree with my mace in hand and basically fight bear off with the bear mace.
Hold on, Bear. I gotta get this tape undone.
You're sitting there and you're fumbling with the trigger, and the bear is on his haunches, ears back, jaws snapping. And you know at that point that you're in trouble. You're in real trouble.
I could see him fumbling with the cap, and my thoughts were like, mace it. And I remember saying, like, mace it, Louis, mace it. And it proceeded to come at him, and he backed up, still trying to not understanding why he's not macing this bear.
I think at that point, when he was sitting just 3 feet from me and ears back, and he was sizing me up, he didn't really know, I think, how to proceed either. All of a sudden, the bear stood up on his haunches, or on his hind legs. It's towering over you. It's not like it's, eye level. You're looking up. It's huge. Bear is kind of growling, sound that almost like reverberates.
Lucas.
It's
Yeah.
you can hear it to your core, and it's a growling. It's deep, so deep. And just took his paws nice and flat like this, and just like a person would, push me through, and I basically fall, down the slope. And when the bear saw me fall and kind of go down, I think at that point it turned not to, what is this? What's going on? It right at that point it turned predatory, and now it actually saw me as a food source.
Yeah, I just had my leftovers. My leftovers from last night. No. Pork, roast, everything.
I'm screaming in pain. I am crying. It hurts so bad. And he tells me that I need to shut up or it's going to cut my throat. I asked Ray when he was raping me if he was done yet. I asked him when is it going to be over. And he would just tell me soon. It was a very short and, the answers weren't anything that was satisfying. All I know is that the pain had gone away, and so at that point I was just waiting for it to be over. Soon after what felt like hours, I didn't feel anything anymore, and felt numb. And all of a sudden, we see headlights coming down the dirt road, and he tells me to
Look
keep
up
and to keep our heads down while he goes and talks to
Stop
this
that.
person in this truck. I didn't think anything of it to scream, make noise, or honk the horn because Ray had already threatened that if we weren't good, we weren't going to see our mother. And so I know we tried to listen and do whatever we had to do to get out of there.
decision to curl up into a ball, put my hands behind my neck, trying to protect my vital organs. And he just swatted me. And, I've never been hit like that. It was being like hit by a truck. He almost took off my left arm. Like, that's how intense of a contact it was.
Now with the feeling of helplessness at that point, because
Just
I
stop.
realized that as I got down and without any kind of
What's your problem?
ability to do anything, we would both be mauled, and then it proceeded to attack Louis very aggressively.
His mouth was totally wrapped my inside thigh. And at that point, I had this bear, and now I'm trying to fight him off. And I have the bear by the ears, trying to grip off this grip that he has on my leg. And this understanding that this creature is too powerful, and he picks me up over his head. And then when he goes to slam me down, he takes his paw and sweeps my left leg, the one that I've been hopping on. Takes my left leg and just sweeps it from underneath me, sticks me to the ground.
Louis was not a small man. They picked him up quite easily and threw him on the ground and proceeded to maul him.
Bites into my left hamstring, all the muscle, the tissue, going in through my jeans. And you think at that moment that, this would be extremely painful. But the body's amazing system, because your pain receptacles is basically just shut right up. It leaves from my hamstring and it moves up towards my head. Basically bites into my neck and uses the tip of a finger. It breaks my left hand, and he bites on my skull.
Like, and you're ripping, it was awful sound, wet, tearing, like wet burlap, getting shredded, and I remember hearing that. Louis was still screaming,
and he just kept tugging, kept ripping, and then finally, it was off, right? It hit my scalp, and I was up, kind of seated position, and then it came off, and I saw
Louis was still screaming to a point, and then he did become quiet.
We come to this place, and at that point, he got programs on TV. There's wildlife programs, and you can see the realities, whatever it is.
The wildebeest.
And then there's a point there where you see this animal fighting for life, fighting, trying to get away, fighting. And then there's a moment where all of a sudden it just relaxes. It's not in control of its own fate. It's controlled by other things. And I had a very similar feeling at that point. This piece is out of my control. I can't control my fate at this point.
Ray White tied Sarah up because he knew that if there was a chance that we could run, we would. I wasn't tied up because it wasn't necessary. I wouldn't leave Sarah behind. I was hoping that man noticed the blood on Ray White's shorts and knew that something was wrong. and called the police, even if, he didn't come up to the car to see that there were two little girls in the car. And he talks to this person and says, I'm just having car trouble, we're all set. And the man in the truck takes off. Ray gets back into the car and drives further down the dirt road and then stops. It's then he just opens up the front door and starts raping me again. Sarah sees what he's doing and asks, why are you doing this? What is he doing to you? And, crying. And I told her, it's okay, Sarah, it's almost over. Day broke. And he tells me to put my pants back on and to stand outside his car. And he goes and picks up Sarah because she's still tied up. And he carries her right behind me and tells me to walk into the woods. He tells me to stop where there's this big tree in a cleared area. And he sets my sister down on the side of the tree, and I stand in front and face him. And he says, say your prayers. I say my prayers as he takes out a knife and he begins to cut my throat over and over again.
Got some big money. Yep.
Continue to yell, continue to try to make noise to get the bear away from him, to attract it to myself. And the bear has removed my scalp. It seems it realizes that maybe my own energy is kind of diminished. And things start to slow down. And that's when the bear started to pay attention to me, looked at me. It left Louis' body. He was laying on his stomach with his face down. And it went to the other side of him and started scratching up the dirt and pushing dirt and debris and sticks over top of him. The bear at that point defecates on me and marks me as his territory. Basically says I'm his food supply now. And then it ran over to the base of my tree. I saw the bear's face was blood. It was red with blood. It was a very sickening feeling to see that how much blood was on this bear's face thing. And then the attack on Louis was pretty bad. When I got to about 20 feet off the ground, or 25 feet, that's when the bear grabbed onto the tree and started behind me. I couldn't believe it. Like, here it comes, it's coming up the tree, and I didn't have bear mace or anything. There was nothing that prepared me for the fact that this bear would be able to come up the tree. I can hear him coming up the tree behind, coming up the tree below me, and I hear branches snapping. I hear, and I look down, and I actually see him fighting one of the branches to break them off so that he could get through. He grabbed me by the heel of the boot, and I pulled down, strapped around the tree, and locked in. He had to hold my foot and hold my boot, and he let go. He was basically dangling from the tree on my foot. And I was carrying the full weight of him on my arms, trying to hold myself in that tree. I was wearing a 2 long-sleeve shirt, and both of them started to separate at the shoulders. holding on to faith. And I realized right away that there was no way I could hold on, that I could not carry the weight of this bear, and I was going down. Everything changed at that point from fear to anger. And I thought about my young son who had just 11 years old. I remember thinking, I'm not going with this. I'm not missing it. I'm not going with this.
I touch my neck, see the blood, and I drop down. I close my eyes, and I just think to myself, I have to play dead, otherwise he's gonna come back and kill me indefinitely. I hear Sarah screaming and crying because I know she just saw what happened, and I couldn't do anything except for lay there and play dead. Felt the vibrations of the ground, of her kicking, and hearing her screaming and crying, but all of a sudden it stopped. And I felt him jump over me, and I hear him run out of the woods, and then I hear his car take off. It was then I got up and knew that I was safe to go check up on Sarah. And I look at her, and I call out her name over and over again, but I know that she's not going to answer me. I look at her. She wasn't going to answer me back. And I was going to have to leave her and walk out these woods without her. So I'm walking out towards the dirt road with one hand on my throat. At that point, I felt so numb that all I could think about was getting help for Sarah and I was so stunned by what had just happened that tears were rolling down my cheeks, and just holding my hand up to stop the blood and get help was all that I was feeling and that I could do.
It's not even on.
We were a long ways up, like 30, 40 feet. I don't remember falling. All I know is I landed on the bear. Didn't break a bone. The bear was standing there facing me, wasn't approaching me. I ran over to the base of my tree where my mace was, and I pulled the mace out of my pocket. I had to tear that off. I think I actually bit the...
You're okay, buddy.
that tape off with my teeth because it's very hard to pull out. And I turned around, the bear started to walk towards me, and I waited till the bear got within 5 or 6 feet, and I sprayed it. It didn't like it, immediately turned away, and I ran back over to the tree and started to climb again. And I got 10 or 15 feet up the tree, and it ran back over to the base of the tree and proceeded to come up to me again.
I can't see any pieces in the dirt. I can't really move. I can hear things. And I knew at that point that Steve was fight for his life. That was going to fight for our life.
I didn't climb on further. I stayed there and I really tried to grab my feet again. And again, I pulled my foot up and the council started fighting. I had my down basically into his mouth and raised an ace hand in his mouth directly and bear dropped. And I didn't move. I really struggled to get a breath and take a deep breath. Eventually it did manage to get up. And the bear started to walk off basically back the way it comes. I didn't realize how badly scarily he'd been mauled. There was an immediate sense of, you know, how did he survive it? He couldn't walk, he couldn't get up, he was incapacitated. I did what I could to comfort him at that time, at break time. I made sure he was okay, he was stable, he was talking to me. Went back and got the radio and went up the tree to call for help. The area we were in was just happened that we had reception there. It wasn't like you had reception everywhere in the valley. This was just one of those places, and he was lucky, and I got hold of an operator. There was a conversation going on, and I didn't know if I was fighting in the middle of it or not. I just keyed the mic and I said, I have an emergency, I need help.
What's up, buddy? You okay? So what? Is that so potty?
I was covered in blood, and my pants from being raped was covered in blood, and my neck was bleeding profusely. All of a sudden, I see the blue truck pass from the dirt road, and I'm waving it, trying to wave it down, and thankfully, it stopped. And I walked up to it, and it was a couple. They didn't know what fell into their hands, except for knowing that they needed to get me help. Immediately, I told them that Ray killed my sister. And they said, "Are you sure?" And I said, "Yes." And they immediately got a sweater for the bleeding on my neck, and rushed me to this nearby store.
You got it working.
All I could think about is that Ray White is somewhere waiting to, the next little girl that he could take advantage of, and I wanted to make sure that I was stopped.
At least you did it.
The next woke up when I was in the hospital. I was getting everything cut off of me. There was so many nurses surrounding this big room, and they were throwing all my clothes into paper bags. I woke up from surgery in the hospital room with a window, remembering my nightmares, that I thought Ray was going to jump through the hospital window because I survived. Took a lot of counseling and a lot of time for me to be able to feel totally safe. Even when Ray was in prison, he wrote me a 15-page disgusting, threatening letter. So he sent this to his family from prison to Pennsylvania, and from Pennsylvania they sent it to me in New York. It included threats like, no matter where you go, I'll find you, you can't hide, yet I'm still innocent.
You have to go potty.
And, you know that, I didn't do this.
$1.5 million a year. Daniel Bryan, Adam Hangman Page, and Christian all take home just over $1 million. That's 12 alone earning over $1 million. Then there's wrestlers that are just shy of that figure. Swerve Strickland, Samoa Joe, Aleister Black, Buddy Matthews, and Cesaro each taking between $700,000 and $900,000. AEW's current deal with Warner Brothers pays them an annual fee of $45 million a year. So it's hard to imagine that AEW is making profit at this point. I guess the only question remains is, can AEW continue to lose money by overpaying its wrestlers, and how do they subsidize the millions of dollars of wages spent every year? What do you think of AEW's current expenditure on wages? Do you think certain wrestlers are being overpaid? Put your suggestions in the comments section, and I'll see you for the next part. Top 10 reasons why AEW will go out of business. Number 9, salaries. AEW currently has 193 active wrestlers on their roster, and Tony Khan isn't sure.
Olá pessoal, tudo bem com vocês? Mais um dia aqui na nossa clínica, atendendo essa paciente.
Family member found out that he had died from lung cancer. That was kind of a mixed emotion. It was the justice in that was kind of weak, but at the same time, I was like, well, he can no longer, hurt us.
Want to see my motherfucking mail with my feathers?
Monsters out there just like Ray White.
Nah, it takes some time.
I survived because I wanted to make sure
Oh,
that my sister was not hurt today. The biggest of her is going to be held responsible.
Oh, yeah.
She was my strength, and she was my guardian angel, and by the grace of God, I survived because I wanted to make sure that that man, that monster, never hurt anyone to me.
Give everything to God, stay with us. And I'm like, no, I quit. I'm not working anymore.
When I first took it, I had to be actually with it. You wasn't, you wasn't dead. You communicated. That was a huge sigh of relief at that point.
But there's still a sense of danger, of course, because I'm still on the ground. The bear's still on the ground.
You can hear them. There's sounds in the bush. Every one of them is like sounds. It's the sound of the bear.
It's out right now. That's a long time to be lying there and they will not be able to move. After that time, some kind of silence. And all of a sudden, bring up the helicopter coming. As soon as
But
you knew at that point, saved.
do you want to do any cues, Jim?
Time for the helicopter. It's supposed to be in the afternoon. This incident happened at 11:30. I'm honest with myself. I I know that security wait till we pick up time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be here today. So having that radio.
Oh, I got the alligator in my island sanctuary.
Yeah, he's cool looking.
I survived because of at a critical point. Just to fix it, I'm not going to let this change the way I thought. The anger of enabling the body and mind to make the necessary decisions to protect us.
I survived, I guess, first because of determination to get through this situation. Not to give up on myself. A hope of coming up. But a hope of survived because of the way.
I heard this big noise, and I looked outside the window on the second floor, and I saw half the house just collapse.
Yeah.
We shook. We whispered all the way to the right side. We all stood all together.
I didn't tell whether they were drowned, if they were electrocuted, or if the fire was in space.
I had one last phone call to make, a phone 911, and I got all circuits converted. At that point, I didn't think I was doing it. The news was saying that Hurricane Sandy was going to be a superstorm. I'd been through a hurricane before, Hurricane Irene, a couple years ago, and that was a mandatory evacuation. So I figured if this wasn't mandatory to leave your house, I was going to be okay. Before the storm hit, my father picked up my grandparents. They even told me, "Shit, kid, you should come with us. I'm up north. Be safe. Don't be stupid." I thought by being down there, I thought maybe I could save the house. I just didn't want to go into that house, see it all wrecked, and not know how it happened.
Of the Ultima weapon.
Around 2 p.m., just watching the news, just light winds, nothing major, a little bit of rain, nothing to break out.
Somebody's doing this? A scenario quest? What the fuck? Feel bad for them. You got a long ways to go, bitch. You got a long ways to go. Holy shit.
Yeah. Picked up.
Might be the Cowley King. to me exams I can't read things.
Owls can read the board, Jack can stand on the board, and the rules just come out. I tried to train them to look for problems and check their behavior. Try to grab anything, flashlights,
Flashlights?
the whole first one. I knew that I had to get something off. All of a sudden, I heard this big noise, and I looked outside the window, the second floor, and it looked at the house just collapsed. The water was rushing into the house. And it was getting higher and higher. I thought the whole house was going to go. The family was reproduction of the Lutheran family, but primarily as a training vessel, and also my job was to use the generators and water systems, electrical systems, and keep the ship running. Anything that seemed like it could move, if it wasn't party last once, we last again. It started picking up, pick up the walking with the played in those fields that I hold on to work on it. I never really started having really fun. I got to keep the generator back and forth and if I shut one of the generators dead, you get back up the drive. Put that in
heard that the to one location was a little bit different, so we decided to do it. Sometimes ready, had food, we had flashlights, cameras, everything we morning of the hurricane,
But the ultimate weapon is all-powerful. Why does my enemy still stand?
It'll do.
Can her strength truly be so great?
No rain inside. It was a little bit sometime.
It is the blessing of light that confounds you.
She says to us, the water's coming, there's water outside. And we didn't understand because I look out the window and there's no water coming from the sky. Where's this water coming from? I went upstairs to the third floor and looked out the window and saw our native boat floating past our driveway and headed up the block. I hear my brother from downstairs screaming. Like he's never screamed before. And he's
Beyond
pretty calm
mortal
person.
limits.
Everybody out of the house.
If you are to prevail, the hammer of darkness must needs be brought to bear upon the shield of light. And so it shall, for the ultimate weapon is host to a power of which you are as yet ignorant.
Speak plainly, Asian.
I thought maybe I should get out of here. I have
The
a better
heart
chance
of Sabik.
swimming out there
It is the
than
weapon's
if
core,
this house
an
collapsed on me.
enigma whose
When I
surface
went out
even
the
the
front door,
vaunted scholars of ancient
I didn't
Alan
realize
failed
that the
to
water was
scratch.
8 feet in the streets. And it kind
The
of
magic
sucked me
within
out.
has lain dormant for eons.
Of what magic do you
Hanging on to
speak?
my windshield wiper on my car. I can't hold on too
A
much longer.
spell without
I started
parallel.
screaming like, Dad, I never should have
Ultima.
stayed here. I'm not going to make it. The water's too high. He kept on
I
screaming at me.
sought
You
the
got to fight
life
through this. You
force
can't
of the
leave me now.
primals.
Now fight
Like,
through
Dad, I
it.
love you, but there's no way I
But to
can make it.
quicken the core.
We're
For
in
the
Europe,
true
windshield
power
wiper.
of the ultimate weapon lies
I
within
got
its
sucked
now
out
beating
into the bay.
heart.
La Brea, what have you done?
Current was so strong. The more
No more
I
than was
swim
necessary
towards land,
for
the
my
more
God to be
I got knocked out into the
reborn.
bay. I was just freaking out. I still have my phone in my
Damn
hand.
you,
I have it. It's still working in the water. I have one more phone call to make. Phone
The
911.
hour is at hand.
And I got no physical
Behold,
business.
but a sliver
That
of
phone,
my God's power.
I didn't know what to do.
From the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, the world shall tremble. Unleash Ultima!
It's so obvious from the evening that you were giving me serious just taking like so much water that I know the Coast Guard.
Such devastation! This was not my intention!
Oh, Heidelin, it seems the task of keeping your champion alive has exhausted what strength you had left. Van Belsar, your enemy's shield is broken. The rest I leave to you.
We will speak later, Asian. But first, I must deal with you. The question of who is mightier remains. Come, adventurer. Let us find the answer together. Game
died.
Celebrities you didn't know were gay. Furious franchise. He was bisexual in 2014 during an interview. She hoped Republican. Stating he is applying for gay. He met his longtime partner David Berger in 2014. Break stopped in 2013. He refused to remove the elections. Gay citizens. Miller had previously been on a gay in 2007. 2. Jim Carter. First coalition. Big fan. 2012. He has been in a relationship with art director Thomas Speedway for years. 1. Sam Smith. Nathan Singer came up in 2014, raising his previous relationship with Jonathan Simon. At the 2015 Breaking Award, Smith thanked his ex for breaking his heart. Celebrities you didn't know were gay.
Way too long.
It's called still buzzing. Over that cruise, Jerry the King Mother. Razorback David's on the boat. Razor will give no butter. He'll answer it. Razor hammering away. Oh, I will no time. Razor alone. Illegal. Once again. Once the meeting. Continental chip. Against the 7th Diesel. The Diesel has a date with destiny. And less than 2 years. Diesel. Wearing both. WWF. Championship belt. Davis. Rogers. Baton. Don't start on no match with Diesel. Big Daddy keeps on rolling. That's it. Which Shawn Michaels has caught me in London, which family member has requested to be in the corner of the WWF champion Bret Hart and the King of the Ring. I don't know, but less than 2 weeks away, I can't help but imagine. Others dead, or maybe he's dead. Right, that's a possibility, but I don't think that's no place for Mr. Hart. He's nothing but problems he's had in the past. Razor Ramon, one man fighting against the group of WWF superstars on him this Thursday night for the WWF induction ceremony. Got my black tie ready. I hope you do. Classy, Freddie Blassie, Bobo Brazil, James Dudley, Gorilla Monsoon, Buddy Rogers, Harlan Skolin, Chief Jay's Bronco, all being inducted this Thursday night in the Hall of Fame. Wait a minute, what's that? Back to the big time. Rope to the big time. Oh, my goodness. Things to get big. By the way, speaking of Hall of Famers, how about those Hall of Famers? They just unbelievable. These soldiers and soldiers don't fade away. They live to jump again. Congratulations. They just don't possess. Are you getting right? bunker against Manman. They can work up fucking me for the King of the Ring tournament. I don't look like
Oh, cool! I got the puppets bunker, Jim. I haven't done this fucking raid yet. Puppets bunker. Fuck. This shit's starting to freeze up. Stick away, that shit is a little bit. Really? Send some expeditions to get rare materials we need for upgrade. Down as many workshops as you can. You can be, unless they want you to put down a towel. Damn, I got more. Damn, man. This is small. This is the Yora stuff. I've been waiting for this stuff. This shit looks awesome, Jim. You gotta unlock these. This is like some of the best glamour I've seen. Some of it I'm wearing now, but this is the raid before this one. Yeah. Good luck. Mary Poppins, y'all. myself a goddamn healer. What they use that for, like they use some kind of macro versus for eyes. Oh my god. That's what a lot of people have. Glorified. Slow giving me a deep dive. There's something. It's all up on the machine. Oh, thank you. Let's do this off. Wow, dude.
They've been contacted. The concerns were twofold. One of them was on safety, the other one was saving the ship, which everybody very much wanted to do. What we were going to try to do is hold on to the ship until morning, and they were going to try to bring us some pumps so we could pump the ship out. The engine room became entirely flooded, and we lost our power. We might have to abandon ship. We might not be able to stay. We might not be able to stay on until the morning.
Yes, stay away.
The decision was made that we should don our emergency suits or immersion suits, and then we were ordered up on the main deck. We were in a full front hurricane. I'm going to say it's blowing 70, 80 knots. The ship was listed very heavily, and so we were all up holding on to something. The plans were that we were going to do a controlled descent into the life raft. Before we had a chance to use controlled descent, the ship heeled over violently to the starboard side. We were all on the port side. And we all went sliding off the deck of the ship in an instant. You didn't have any choice. You were going into the water. And that's when things started to get very scary.
My brother was screaming for us to get out of the house, get out now, get out now. And when I ran down the stairs from the third floor, I just didn't understand. What are you talking about? Until I looked at his feet. The water was already at that level, so that meant that the water was at least 4 feet high at this point. The water is rising so rapidly. You're putting two and two together. It's not coming from the sky. It's coming from the ocean. For something like that to happen so rapidly, you don't know how much time you have till your whole home is submerged. We all just frantically searching for our rain boots, searching for our clothes, putting it on the girls, my brother, and my husband telling us to get to the car. We parked the car early in the day, up the block, further up the block, figuring it was a little bit of a higher elevation, maybe the car's on the higher elevation. Wading through this water with my daughter in my arms, trying to get to the car. I look up and the power lines above me are just arcing, and I just stopped and thought to myself, this is how we're going to die. We're going to get electrocuted. What do I do? Can we told to get back? You don't know what to do.
Oh.
You don't. I just snapped out of it and just made my way to the car. We get into the car. And I am screaming, Mrs. Just go, this against just go. She was looking straight ahead, and she just said, Nick, I can't go. There was a line of cars just stop, and the water was just rushing up.
Waves are crashing over your head. You're panicking. You're crying. You're screaming for help, and there's nobody out there helping you. It was just so dark, you couldn't see where land was. The only light I got was when the telephone poles, the generators were blowing up. So you got 2 seconds of light.